Oh, good morning. Hi. Hi. Hi.
Shower time, Adderall, a glass of whiskey, and diesel jeans.
As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run.
We should stand back and give credit to the other people because we think we are absolutely atrocious.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
It's chicken. It's fried chicken.
I'm going to roll a blizzy. And we're going to get through this. So, do you have the Caesars lines? Is that what you got from the paper?
Yeah, I got whichever ones you want.
You sure?
Compare
I can pull up William Hill, too, just in case.
Either of us are really shopping around, so it doesn't matter. You know, we don't have to talk about where you get the best price. But, yeah, I've got the Caesars and got the MGM up.
You know what,
I got
Tim?
FanDuel, DraftKings. You got it all.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and get the lines, then I'll just trust you. Because that's what little brothers do.
So, do you want to start with, well, yeah, we're starting with tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Let's go! First game of the season.
Football, baby! Big year. This could be a monster year. This could be a monster year. This could be a monster year.
All right, well, here's the first big story. Most of these books have it at 8.5 now, so the line did move.
Because that's an easy bet for me.
Wow. That's an easy bet?
I'm thinking Dallas. Tampa Bay is looking a little bit cocky going into week one. I say they get the win, but I would say 5-6 points. I think
one more time, I didn't hear you.
I just think Tampa Bay's been crazy cocky this offseason. I could see a lot of the younger players kind of not working as hard, even though Brady's in the building, and they're just going to get smacked up week one, I think. But they will win. They'll win by like 5 or 6. I think Dak puts up 4 touchdowns.
Oh, so you like Cowboys plus the points?
Yeah, I like Cowboys plus the points. I think I did not mean holy cow. I meant Dak's going to put up 2 touchdowns.
See, I thought you meant Brady is going to lead them to a huge win. No, I agree with you. I think Dak and the Cowboys are going to come out firing on all cylinders.
They're going to be nice.
They did last year when they were healthy.
They're going to be nice. Dak's hungry as fuck. Zeke is hungry as fuck. Cooper's Amari as fuck.
Deshaun Watson's thirsty as fuck.
C is D. And he's a motherfucking Sooner. And you know they're all gods. So he's going to come out and do his thing. I'm really excited to even see the young dark horses, Michael Gallup, Blake Jarwin.
And really, honestly, the Bucs defense, their big thing is against the run. It's not necessarily against the pass.
Exactly. And if you're going to have a running back kind of just smashing against defense's front 7, you might as well make it Zeke so he just punishes them all game long. It's going to happen. He's going to get some yards in the third and fourth quarter. I guarantee it.
All right, you and I, let's do a little bet here. I'm going to give you an over-under on the amount of touches Tony Pollard gets in this game.
All right, Tim.
You can pick the over-under. We'll put 20 on it.
All right.
I'll tell you the number.
Go ahead. You've no shot. Go ahead.
3.5 touches.
Over.
So I get 3 and less.
Yes. I'm going to say he gets about 6 touches.
All right.
Anyway,
we're in agreement there. You like the Cowboys plus the points.
Yes, sir.
And this is not against the Super Bowl hangover or anything like that. It's just Cowboys offense is pretty insane.
I think so. I don't think it's going to be like super high scoring. I think it could be like 17 to 21.
Oh, you think low scoring?
Yeah.
So the total set at 53, which might be tops of the whole week. Kind of looking.
No, 53 is high.
It's second highest.
I would bet under.
The only one higher is Cleveland and Chiefs.
Yeah, I just don't see that Bucs offense coming out and firing on all cylinders. We saw struggles early last season. I think Dallas Cowboys are going to be ready to fucking go. They're going to want to win. So we'll see. I still think Bucs are going to be able to win. Maybe Brady puts together a game-winning drive. But 8.5 points is just too much. It's a nice fat
So,
line.
all right. So how much do you like the under? then?
Takey. The under, I also like. I do like Dallas with the points more. I actually maybe a small bet on Dallas money line. Not a bad little call. Maybe put 50 there.
I'm not with you there, but you might as well sprinkle it. If you're going to play them with the points, you might as well sprinkle it.
If there's a week that could be kind of shocking and upsetting, it is week 1. I mean, it's not going to tell the whole tale of the season. I just think it's going to be a strong. I mean, Cowboys are usually strong to start the year. That's facts. They're just trash at ending it because their health is garbage.
Well, their offense is strong. Last year they came out with awful defense, but great.
Yeah, well, their defense is ass. Those linebackers kind of fell through. I thought they
I
were
don't
going to have
see
a nice
Tampa
little
Bay
core.
only putting up 21. I see them putting up 30 in this game, but I think Dallas can maybe get to 23.
23.
I like
I could see
23-30.
20. I mean, I could totally see Dak going out and having a good game. He's got some crazy weapons. Bucks aren't going to shut him down, but yeah, they're not going to go out there and spit fireworks. So I'm not expecting a monster game. If anybody's going to score over 30, it's the Bucks. I don't think they'll do that. I just do not.
Yeah. So if you don't like the Bucks going over 30 and you like Dallas with the points, then logically you have to bet that under too.
Yes, that is definitely where my head's at. I'm thinking.
And actually, the totals moved for a couple places. I see it at 52, 51 and a half.
I could see a 17-24 game.
It opened at 53.
17-24 might be my official prediction. What
So
about
I'm
you?
gonna
Why don't
go,
you go ahead?
I'm going to go 23-30 for my pick.
23-30. So you're taking Dallas with the points and under.
No, I'm not going to play the total, but if I did, I would play the over because it's down to 51 and a half at the moment. It opened at 53.
Okay. I thought you said 53.5. Okay, what is the first slate of games Sunday morning?
All right, so we've got 1 p.m. game in Buffalo, Pittsburgh at Buffalo. I'm so excited.
Buffalo.
That has to be on TV, right?
Yeah, that's a monster game. That's going to be so fun. That's just the fellas.
That's a hard one, though. I like my first initial reaction before even looking at the line, I would look towards Pittsburgh's side here.
Yes, I would like to acknowledge the strength of that defense. Hopefully TJ Watt plays. Just for the matchup's sake. If he's not going, I'm taking Bills all day. But if he's going, I'm going to maybe just stick with the under bet there and just kind of ride with that. Because I don't think it'll be that monstrous of a game offensively for either team. There's going to be some misfires.
48.5.
That Pittsburgh defense is just tremendous. But Buffalo's defense, I think, is
I'm with
underrated.
you.
They got some superstar studs going into their second season, third season. So we'll see how that goes.
Here's a couple thoughts I had about this was, first, I thought I kind of agree with you here. I kind of want to hammer the under because I see 2 solid defenses, 1 great defense. Week 1 with good coaching, this can play out like a chess defensive type game.
Possession game, totally. I could see that. I still think Josh Allen and the Bills are going to air it out. They were doing it in the playoffs. Why wouldn't they come out and do it week 1?
They will.
But they may end up finding more success on the ground, which is crazy to say, even though I still think the run defense in Pittsburgh is top 3, maybe top 2. But who knows? Just maybe because they're game planning against Allen so heavily.
I don't think Buffalo's going to go crazy on the ground.
I don't think so either, but who knows? Maybe a breakout game from Zach Moss just to set the year up.
But they never went. Yeah, I mean, maybe. You never know, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the shift from 2 years ago to last year, it's like a whole new team. They just started fucking airing the ball out when they haven't been able to do that in forever. So who knows? They may come out with a decent little run.
Week 1, they're going to go straight to running the ball.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's chess. It's chess, bro.
Contrarian pick.
Exactly.
So the other thing this made me think of was, do you remember last year when Buffalo went like week 3 or 4 down to Miami and played?
Week 3 or 4 down to Miami and played.
Yeah, remember it was that shootout type game, and I can't even remember who won.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick was going, wasn't he? Yeah.
But that one I was expecting.
I'm sure Bills won.
I'd have to go back and look, but I bet the under in that game for sure because that's when Miami came out with that really good defense right away, and everyone's like, all right, everyone's all over Brian Flores' kick about how good their defense was. And they went down there and lit up the
That's
scoreboard.
why.
So that's the only other thing that scared me. Like, oh, shit, why am I really thinking Josh Allen's prone to a good defense? Because once you're Mahomes, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers type good, it doesn't matter who you play.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
So, stay away game for me.
Stay away game. I like the under. The under.
48.5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll lean there. If anything, I'll lean there. But as far as picking a side, I have no idea. I could see Pittsburgh winning, and I could see Buffalo winning it by 2 touchdowns.
So why don't you give us the total line, please?
It's 40. As I told you a couple times, it's 48.5.
48.5. Yeah. Going under. I think one of the teams will end up in the teens, and I'm gonna say it is the Steelers with the good old offensive woes.
Which is crazy because they got 3 fantasy receivers that everyone's calling top 30.
Yeah, I'm not touching any of them.
Right?
Najee Harris,
I had Deontay and Claypool last year, and I'm not touching either one at the value they're going this year.
No.
They're so,
I mean, just no. It's not a
so
smart
random.
move.
They're like the Amari Cooper of.
They're not going to
AFC.
start on your team.
They'll go off for 3 touchdowns, and then they'll have 3 weeks in a row with less than 50.
Yeah, they're the Will Myers of football.
Yeah, they're the Amari Cooper of the AFC.
Yes, there you go. So, okay, what do we got next up on the slate?
We got Jets at Carolina.
You know what? Yeah, okay, go on. Let me say this.
So here, I'll tell you what it opened at, and then I'll tell you what the
game.
line is, and then you give me your take.
We're ready to move on now.
So it opened at Carolina minus 3.5 at home. And the total is 43.5.
3.5 home.
It's moved to Carolina minus 4.5. The total went up to 44.
Total went up?
So yeah, it looks like the public is taking Carolina to win big here.
I am thinking that I'm leaning over. The low line kind of scares me. I like to kind of bet with or against the shift, obviously, but 44 is still pretty dang low. That's not too high of a ceiling. I could see Carolina scoring 27, 28, which should do the job for the total. I like CMC to have a big game. Darnold should be given a little bit of a showcase here. I think they're going to give him some large amount of attempts, early on. Yes. Moving into the second half, that's when CMC is going to start dominating. He may actually have a slow first half and have people tripping, but I guarantee he will produce by the end of that game. They're going to be awesome. I mean, awesome week 1. They're one of those teams for me. Similar to how Jacksonville won last year, week 1. This is where I kind of like Carolina to have a 10-point win.
I 100% agree.
Yeah, you do. Okay. So what do we got? So what do you think about?
Well, here's why I agree. Because I agree mainly with the point you just said that they're going to come out and give Darnold the chance to, throw it 40-plus times.
Yeah.
Because I think for the sake of Matt Rule, who they went 5-11 last year, still a solid season, but they were competitive. But you went 5-11. Matt Rule wants to come out and show something. Joe Brady wants to come out, and this is basically his audition for next year's head coaching job. And he's showing now we got a better quarterback than Bridgewater. He better show up. And,
yeah.
And,
well, he's.
Have
we don't know if he's
Darnold.
better yet, but
Darnold
he's definitely
has
more
all
of a
the pressure
slinger.
to show up. So everybody wants
speed,
to come out and show out week 1.
I think so. That's a hungry team because I think they obviously feel major disrespect. I don't think they feel that they're very young even. So it's kind of like, why are we getting slept on so heavily? We're not the Jaguars, who just are kind of in a weird spot right now, which Jaguars I still think may win 5 or 6 games, which might be crazy. But Carolina, I don't know. I think this could be a spiteful year, especially a spiteful week 1. So I'm leaning Carolina with minus the points there. That's fine. I don't think the money line's very attractive either end. So, yeah, what do you think about the other side of the ball there then?
I think Zach Wilson will come out and probably throw more pass attempts than Darnold.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm just to me, I have to pick one of the sides. I'm going to pick a guy, and I have a lot of faith in Joe Brady. and I'm going to pick Darnold to perform better than Wilson, and I like Panthers defense better than Jets defense. So all indicators for me point to the Panthers.
I agree. I think there will be a little bit of pressure on Darnold, but if anybody's played against that group of ones, a gajillion times, it's Darnold. So, it'll be some familiar faces on the other side of the ball, but I think Darnold will have some new tricks up his sleeve that they haven't seen. So, I'm pretty excited. I think Carolina might have a show-out game. I want to see what CMC could do mainly.
And here's one thing I'll say about the revenge aspect that they're playing the Jets. I think that's pretty much a non-factor. That's more of a fun talking point. I don't think it's going to make him want to play any harder than he was going to play anyways. So,
yeah.
To me, that doesn't hold anything.
Okay. Well, I think I'm ready to move on from that shit game.
Jags at Texans.
Oh, my God. It got worse. I'll take
This opened.
Go on.
This opened at Jacksonville -2 on the road. Jeez, that is so much love. Now it's at -3. Okay, well I already know my side. Go ahead. Total's at
I'm taking
45.5.
fucking Jags all day there. The Jaguars. I do like the Jags. I think Trevor Lawrence will have an okay game. I'm sure I bet he goes 2-2, but I think they're gonna tear it up on the ground. That Houston team might be god-awful. It might be the worst it's been in a long time, and I am not a Tyrod Taylor fanboy. A lot of people are, but they're forgetting what he is. Go ahead, say his fucking weekly average to him. Go ahead. I know you know.
No, I don't know.
What do you 215, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, about 40 yards on the ground.
No, I don't mind who he has at his receivers there, and I don't mind Tyrod Taylor as a football player, but
that group of receivers is reminiscent of, I don't know, recent Dolphins, even Texans years. They're just like they're not filled out in my opinion. But
it's crazy. See. Like, all right, here's my point. How old is Brandon Cooks?
I would say 29.
27.
27. Okay.
He gets treated like he's fucking 35 and doesn't know how to play football anymore. I don't get it.
That's a good point. He's kind of a journeyman, probably.
He's put up minimum 3,000 plus yard seasons, and he always gets paid on contracts. It's not that he leaves teams or he's cut; he gets traded for and paid, or he gets picked up or something. So I like Brandon Cooks.
Cooks is tight. I know you're a big
fine.
Cooks guy. You fucking love Cooks, bro. But
I'll
let you have that one. I do like Cooks too, but
does this say anything for you? New England wanted him, and while he was there, he was a beast, and then he got traded.
Well, they traded him, so I'm assuming that Belichick was thinking he might go downhill. But no, I like him. He's still a dude. I agree. He hasn't been right every time sending guys off early. I mean, look at Chandler Jones. Come on, led the league in sacks the year after he traded him. Tough luck, but that's all right. I don't know. That's going to be a game I definitely do not watch. I'll definitely watch the highlights, but I'll be preoccupied with some of the better matchups. That just doesn't interest me. That Tyrod Taylor Texan team is going to be hot garbage. I guarantee it.
The Jags offense interests me.
It's intriguing. Their weapons are sweet. They're young, fast, talented. No rookies outside of Trevor Lawrence. It's crazy. Etienne would have been, but he's out. Their receiving core is pretty damn fucking talented, and I don't mind that backfield with James Robinson. He proved to be a really solid back. Let's see what he can do with an offseason under his belt.
Now, here's my problem with taking the Jags -3 on the road. This is also a team that lost 15 games last year.
Yep.
This is also a team going in to play the Texans, who this is their home opener. So you get up for your home opener. They've got that new guy, Dave Cawley, in there that is actually kind of respected, it seems like.
Sure.
There hasn't been shit talk from the players about him.
And they've been a quiet
if they're
team,
buying
bro.
in, they're going to keep it close to this team that is the second worst roster behind theirs in the league. These are the two worst rosters in the league, probably.
Yeah, there's some debate
outside of those receivers you love and Trevor Lawrence.
I'm not in love with Detroit's roster. Detroit's might be worse.
Okay, all right. So these are okay. I'm gonna say Jags have a bottom 5 roster.
Sure, I could say maybe
they got no business week 1 with a rookie debut to be
What I will
laying
say,
points
Tim,
on the road. I mean,
you know
to me,
who's
that's
coming
like,
out? You know what playbook is just getting ripped out the seams week 1? Fucking Urban Meyer. Who knows what the hell he's going to come out and do? They might be fucking tremendous. They might be a fucking shit show, but I think I'm leaning toward them popping off for 30 plus, which isn't monstrous, but I would love to see that. I'm not even a big Trevor Lawrence fan. Obviously, I'm a huge fucking Fields guy.
what do you got?
JF1 all
What do
day.
you have the score there?
JF1 MVP. The score. Let's see. Score. I would say Jaguars 30. Jaguars 38. Nice fat 38 for you, which might be insane, but I'm just going to go for that. And I will say Houston scores 17. I think it's a monster blowout.
All right. I don't know if there's a bet we can make here. Oh,
I don't
here, let's
think
make
there
this
is.
bet.
My bet would.
Why?
I'm gonna go
Wait,
take
wait.
a
What if I
reverse
give you
line
Jags
in my
minus
fucking
3?
William Hill book.
Take the Jags
Go
minus
ahead.
3.
Sure, I'll give me Jags minus 3.
No, you have the Jags minus 3.
Yes, and I'll take it for 50.
50.
Okay.
Write it down.
50. All right, let's move on because
Deal.
God, was that a bad game too?
Oh, there's
Some
more bad
fucking
games. Don't worry.
snooze fests the last two.
Arizona
Also, I
at-
know I'm gonna get fucking roasted for that 38-point Jags take, but watch it happen, fellas. All eight
Arizona.
listeners.
at Tennessee.
What do we got?
Arizona at Tennessee. Tennessee
Arizona
is laying
at Tennessee.
3.
I think
Total is at 52.
I'm going to take a nice high-scoring affair. I do believe Titans will win using that possession game, similar to what they did to the Ravens in the playoffs last year. I do like Kyler to have a decent little show out. Hopkins should do some damage. But overall, I think Henry's going to go have a monster game. Tannehill's going to do his thing. I think Julio and AJ are both going to get their shots in the end zone. It's going to be a little exciting week 1 game. Should be firework heavy, but I will take Titans by 7.5. That's where I would put the line. Where does Vegas have them?
They have it at 3, so I think that's an easy bet. You take Titans minus 3 at home.
I think they're definitely sleeping on this young Titans defense. It's not a great group, but like I've said, I've been a fan of young people in Tennessee since Vrabel's been around. I think he's been able to turn a lot of guys into studs. That's why they've lost a lot of their pieces on defenses, because they can't just afford to keep them all around. So I think they trust in
their
themselves.
defensive coordinator, who's now the head coach of the team.
Exactly. So I'm pretty excited to
he's
see.
on the Falcons.
I'm excited. Also, I think Cliff Kingsbury, this is going to be a ugly year. I'll give them 7, maybe 8 wins. I think they go a game under 500. But I don't know why I said that. Let's just go Titans. Let's fucking go. I think that's a good bet. I'm not a big Titans guy this year. I think they will be one of the fall-off teams. I think they'll kind of slow down. I think Henry may get an injury pretty early on. Just have a feeling he's a big motherfucker. And everyone has to get one at some point. So
I think,
go ahead, spit your shitty takes.
I'll give you the quick RJ Bell.
Go.
If Titans are minus
Wrap it
3
up, wrap
at
it up.
home with a crowd, so pretty much Vegas is saying these are 2 even teams. Because what I don't know what it is, 2.5 the home advantage. So pretty much
so
Vegas
too.
is telling us these are even teams. If this is an even field, it's about to pick them. So
I
give me
think
the Titans.
Cardinals are a pretty popular bet. There's a lot of Kyler Murray fans. I am included in that group, but I am not a Kingsbury guy. I don't think he's
So
he's
what's
rated.
a popular bet? That they win this game this week, or what? Kyler Murray wins MVP?
Yeah, MVP. I think a lot of people will probably take a money line this week. Sure, I like the Ravens. The Cardinals. I think they're gonna have some sweet games this year, but it's still just not a strong enough group for me. I will say this. I think Rondale Moore has more of a spotlight than people think. I think he's going to get some.
They brought in J.J. Watt and
gonna
AJ
get
Green,
peppered.
who, to be honest, chances are they're both on the latter half of their career. So, yeah, give me Rondale Moore as an X factor, not
Yeah, sure.
AJ Green or J.J. Watt.
I agree. I 100% agree. And I think Kenneth Murray will be the standout defensive player. Or not Kenneth Murray, sorry. Isaiah Simmons. I did it again. They're similar. Tall, scary motherfuckers.
Isaiah Simmons is more of a hybrid type player, though.
Kenneth Murray is about as hybrid as you get.
I don't know. I kind of like Kenneth Murray as a linebacker.
Oh, I do too. I like Isaiah Simmons as a linebacker also, though. Anyway, okay. Let's go to the next
So
one.
So this one I picked in my survivor pool. And I
Spit it
took
out.
they're the underdog. Oh, no, they're not. Basically a pick 'em. But we've got Chargers at Washington. So it opened at Chargers -2, total 44.5. Right now at Caesars, they've got it at Chargers -1.
This is not a Washington football podcast. Not because we're not fans, but we know the truth. Fitz is ass. Just wait for it. He does tend to have big week 1 through week 3s. Or 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. But, oh, come on. I cannot. What's Fitzpatrick going to do in a riverboat offense? It makes no sense. They're not going to win any Super Bowl or big high-scoring games. Herbert's going to go crazy. I don't mind that Chargers young line either. It's not good, but it's not terrible. I think they'll be able to give some time to Herbert. Enough. He's got his healthy receivers back. Fresh new coach, so it's going to be a system that Washington hasn't seen. It should be an interesting game at first, but I think the Chargers score some late touchdowns and pull away.
Okay.
Low scoring up till
the big thing in this game is if the bulking up they did on their O-line helped or not. Because last year was definitely one of the worst in the league. But they did get Rashawn Slater. I don't know who they got in the offseason, but I'm sure they worked on the line big time for Herbert.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say this. PFF has Washington's defense at number 2. I know you don't like Washington at all, but it's not like it's an easy walk into a home team. You're laying points, and they have a better defense than you.
Yeah.
Typically, I kind of like to side with the underdog at home, getting points with a better defense. So I'll just take Washington here for the fuck of it.
I don't like that.
But I did pick the Chargers in my survivor pool. So, and I did that because I didn't have a great option. I didn't want to pick good teams, so I had to pick one of these pick 'em teams. But yeah, give me the points here. Give me Chargers win. I like a late score by the Chargers. Give me they win by 1, maybe 2. 29-28.
1, 2 points. Wow. Yeah, I'm just not a big Washington football fan this year. I think they win 6 games. And I do believe what's his freaking name?
They have a good offensive line, though.
Whatever.
Scary Terry's actually a good receiver.
Heineke. The motherfucker, the backup, he's going to play most of the season, I think. Heineke. And they'll be better with him.
He might. Heineke's a good backup. But
he's better than Fitzpatrick.
It's not like it's not possible he can go out and throw 4 touchdowns. He does that every season he has games.
Yeah, so, but I love this healthy Chargers defense. Still so bummed they lost Melvin Ingram. We didn't get enough time where they were all healthy on the field together with the Bosa, Ingram, Derwin James show. Oh, that was so cool. And then now Kenneth Murray in the mix. All right, but that's okay. We're going to move on from that. Bosa should have a monster game.
If Chargers
so
have their full line,
if
they're starting right
that could be my
tackle
defensive
week
player
1,
of the year
then
pick.
they'll be fine.
Derwin James might be my defensive player of the year pick. Nice early one for you.
Next game, we've got Philly at Atlanta.
It's
opened up as Atlanta -4. It's now down to 3. 48 is the total.
Philly -4?
It's Atlanta. It's Atlanta -3 at home against Philly right now.
Atlanta -3 at home against
48.
Total's 48. I like the over. I really like the over. I really love the over. It's not 50?
No, it's 48.
Oh, come on. That's a smash bet. It's not even a trap bet at 48. That's just like kind of a throw it there. See if it sticks. I think Atlanta's going to score a lot, and I think Hurts is going to have a monster game.
So, who do you like on the side?
I got to think about who wins here. I'm going to stay away from that spread. I just do not know which either team kind
I
of.
don't want to lay points in this game. Give me whichever team's getting points, which happens to be Philly. Give me Philly.
Why do you want Philly again? Because their defense is ass.
Well, Jalen Hurts. Who's a better quarterback, Jalen Hurts or Matt Ryan? I say Jalen Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. He's got Jalen Reagor. He's got Goddard and Ertz both healthy. So their offense is going to be fine. Healthy Miles Sanders, healthy Boston Scott. Falcons defense, I mean, they did bring in a defensive coach, but there's not much you can do in one offseason from going from a pretty shit defense to become a great defense. So at best, they'll be a middle-of-the-pack defense. So give me the points here because neither of these teams are outstanding. They both can score. But yeah. And Falcons could actually end up being worse than people think. So we'll see.
Felipe Franks is bad.
So we've got Seattle at Indy. This opened at -2 for Indy. The line has now shifted to Seattle -3. And I'm sure that's because there's been some news about who's going to start for Indy at quarterback.
Sounds like a quarterback shift to me.
Which I still don't even know. Do you know if it's Carson Wentz or is it Ellinger or is it Eason? I don't even know who's starting.
Eason.
Is it Eason starting?
Oh, I don't know if Wentz is in.
I'm not totally sure. But
what I do know, though, is Ellinger is probably the better backup from what we saw. He's kind of electric in the NFL. No fear, so that's a good sign. But I think he's hurt also.
I think they both are good. They're both good backups. But yeah, I do think he's hurt. So this is pretty uninformed. But anyways, I guess I'll go. The total's 50. I'm gonna go under the total because to me, Seahawks tend to play some unders. They put it at 50. Indy with a backup quarterback shouldn't put up more than 20, 23.
Yeah,
Seattle.
I can't imagine Russell Wilson loses this game either.
Huh?
I can't imagine Russell Wilson loses this game either.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be like I think it'll be a classic Seattle game where it comes down to the last possession, and it'll be up to either.
He's pretty good in quarterback matchups,
Seattle.
And this is not even a quarterback matchup, so I'd love to see what happens. Also, I'm not that high on Jonathan Taylor.
But you're playing the home opener in Indy with a great defense. So, I like the under here. I can't remember if you said under or over, but I like the under.
Yeah, I like the under.
I'm going to actually play that. I'm for sure going to bet that. I'm betting under 50 if that's what it's still at.
I think the Seahawks go crazy, though. Russ is going to have a monster game. But that Colts defense is really awesome, so I don't think the ground game gets going. So I still like the under for sure. I think they cap out around 28 points.
So you got Seattle 28-21?
No, I'd say 28-17.
Blowout. Okay. Yeah, so then it's easy to take Seattle there with -3. I just like the under. Yeah, as far as the side, I couldn't put money on Indy. But then again, like I just said, the last two games ago, this is the home dog with a better defense. They're getting points. I mean, I don't know. That's a toss-up. I'm not betting the side. I'm betting the under.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I do like it's volatile. I don't know. I do like my prediction, but I still don't think I want to bet the game.
All right, I'll give a quick 2017. I'll take 23-16, 23-20. I'll take 23-17. Seattle wins it.
So we got both got Colts scoring 17. We both have Colts scoring 17. So does that mean we both
respect? Why are we giving the Seattle defense respect right now?
I was about to say that. I think healthy they could be okay. I would like to see. It's intriguing. I want to see that defense before I judge them.
Well, but the problem in week 1, we have to judge it. We're gonna make a pick.
I mean, if any team,
Should we? Here, let's do
it's the
this
one with
too.
the backup playing.
As a pod, or no? I mean, I guess we can do this towards the end, but we'll each give our favorite lock of the week going into each week.
Lock of the week. Lock of the week.
And then even if we want to, we can add in blowout of the week.
Lock of the week, toss up of the week, and blowout of the week.
Yeah, so we'll do the lock, the game you want to stay away from because you just don't know, and then the blowout. Which wouldn't that be the lock?
No, blowout's like a hot take.
Okay. Next game, we got San Francisco at Detroit. This is my blowout pick. I'll just say it before we even have to come back. This is going to be my blowout.
What's the spread?
I like San Francisco wins big.
I agree. What's the spread?
They're minus 7.5 at Detroit.
Oh, come on.
Totals at 45. Yeah, give me the under. This is like, to me, this is like a 27-10, 27-13.
I would say 34-13.
All right, so that's the over and a blowout by San Francisco.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we're definitely in agreement. So then we got Cleveland at Kansas City. This is an afternoon game. This has to be on TV. Opened at
Well, that's
Kansas
game
City
of the
minus
week.
6. Huh? Yeah, game of the week. Well, maybe they've got Kansas City minus 6. I'm already on Cleveland.
Yeah, I like Cleveland with the points. I think Kansas City wins.
Totals at 54. This should be high scoring.
I think Cleveland dominates time to possession, running the rock. But I also believe that Mahomes will have 3 second-half touchdowns that give them the win.
All right, so you've got like a 31-28 type game.
Yeah, that sounds around. I mean, usually they come out and fuck around and have decent defensive performances when you got two crazy good two-sided teams playing each other. But I just love these offenses. I think it's 2 QBs going for the MVP. So I think it'll be a QB show, honestly. But also, Cleveland are going to have some sweet numbers. They're just going to take an L.
Yeah, so you think Cleveland covers but takes the L? That's a lot of points. You're giving Cleveland 6 points. It's the most they'll get all season.
100%.
For me,
unless Baker or somebody gets hurt.
I have Cleveland in my AFC Championship. I think this team is legit. So, yeah, no, I mean, obviously barring injury. But, yeah, give me the points there.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with the total. I guess I'd lean under, but who knows? With any Kansas City game, it's sketchy to bet the total. So next, we've got Miami at New England. This could be lock of the week. New England laying 3 at home. Totals at 43.5. I have nothing telling me to bet Miami here.
Yeah, I don't like Miami here at all. I actually love the Patriots here. Love it.
I love that number. -3 at home.
I think
Tua versus Mac Jones. Give me Mac Jones.
I think Dolphins have a
debut.
I say Dolphins have a repeat season of last year. So they'll be like fine.
Minus a game. I think they drop one more.
I don't see that offense popping off though.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm kind of down on Miami, and I'm definitely high in New England. So 43.5. That's an interesting total too. I mean, I'd lean under.
43.5, you lean under.
It's creeping down there, 43.5, but I'd still go under, I think.
Man, that's a low one.
2 pretty good defenses, 2 young quarterbacks, and to me, a coaching mismatch.
Yeah,
Brian
I
Flores'
mean,
train needs to slow
there's
down.
absolutely nothing holding me back from betting pretty decent on that under. I think we agree there. I can't imagine this game gets its way anywhere out of the teens. I think it'll be a 13-17 victory. 13-24 maybe.
I like 13-20. Give me New England.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think I'm going to I'll go right between there. I'll say it's 13-21. New England wins. It's going to be I just can't picture
easily
Tua
clear
going and
the
having
under
an
for
easy
both
time
of us.
against that beast defense. Think about that Patriots defense. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and their rookies are the highest rated defensive rookies, or at least what's his name is that new linebacker kid. I'm fucking going crazy for this Patriots defense. I'm pissed I didn't get him in any drafts, or maybe I did. I probably did.
Who'd they grab? The guy out of Notre Dame?
What's his fucking name? God, let me see.
Well, their first pick was Mac Jones, so I'm trying to think who they would have gotten in the second round. Is it that African-sounding name?
No. Matthew Judon.
Oh, he's not a rookie.
And he isn't? I thought he is.
No, he's a vet.
Matthew Judon?
Yeah, look him up.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, he is. What the
That's
fuck?
not why I love New England, but I do love New England.
Maybe that's not who I'm thinking of.
No, yeah, you're thinking of someone else.
Let me see. Patriots rookies.
Yeah, no, I mean, -3. And when the favorite wins, they cover more than half the time. So the numbers don't scare me. I like to just bet the better team where they go win, and I'm fine with the spread as it is.
Let's restart this Patriots one. I fucked up. Because now I'm like tripping on names big time. I mean, just.
Yeah, it was Matt Judon.
No, because Judon is the one who got the high rating. He's just not a rookie.
He was in the offseason like a year ago because of he got like cut and then picked up like some story happened.
Well, he's like I guess he had a monster preseason.
Okay.
So that's all I'm seeing. But anyway,
What's
the line again?
Young quarterback all day.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Belichick to have a huge year. So I give him. How many wins you got the Patriots at?
Give me 12-5.
12-5. I love that. That's a good line. I think, I think that's right where I got them flirting around 12-5, 13-4.
They're gonna win that division.
Yes, I think
Or
so.
if not, they're making.
Which is like crazy that we actually agree on that. How many people out there, two sit down non-New England fans, and we both agree that they're gonna win the division with those super powered Bills. Now that's not taking anything away from the Bills. I just think this Patriots team is awesome.
No, I'll be fair here. I'm okay. I'll only take it back.
Also,
I don't think
Belichick's going for a Super Bowl. He does every year.
New England is not for sure going to win the division.
No,
Bills might, but I think New England makes the postseason. Even if they don't win it, they'll get wild card.
It's not for sure at all, but I would put my money on New England because of the value to win that division.
What do you think they're at? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna say it's plus.
I wouldn't say it's too crazy. 290. I would say a little lower. I would say it's probably plus 240. Maybe even lower than that, honestly. Because I don't think Vegas is sleeping on this team. That's where Vegas gets all their fucking money is defense anyway. People don't pay attention. And this defense is ridiculous. And they had a great year last year, and they were missing a lot of pieces with COVID. And I think having Cam out of there kind of takes away from... I mean, it kind of takes away that whole issue about not knowing how the offense is going to be. We're going to go see a Belichick offense, just a high-octane passing to tight ends, fucking sweet offense with a lot of running backs in play. So I'm not going to be surprised when they come out and, perform at a very high level this week.
I'll disagree that I don't think they're going to have a high octane offense. I think they'll have a good offense, maybe like middle of the pack, like around 10th to 15th scoring wise.
Yeah,
But I think their defense will be a top 5
tenth is
scoring
what
defense.
I'm thinking. 10th for me.
Yeah, give me a top 5 scoring defense. But right now,
For
the
sure.
odds. Guess what the Dolphins are at? Guess what the Patriots are at? You get Buffalo at minus 160.
All right. Okay, Buffalo minus 160. That means the Patriots are
This is to win
plus.
the AFC East.
So Patriots are plus 200.
Plus 350.
Wait, what?
Dolphins plus 325.
Wild bet. Okay, Vegas. Well, I'm all over that. New England takes the division. I mean, Buffalo is an injury away. Watch Allen go. I do like Mitch, but come on. He's not going to do anything special. We saw enough of that in Chicago, and I'm a Mitch guy. I still like I like Mac Jones to be one of the better rookies of all time, honestly. And
of all time.
Whoa, okay, hold up. I know that sounds crazy, but there's not that many impressive rookie seasons out there.
For him to have an all-time rookie season, he needs to throw 25 touchdowns.
Sure, I definitely think he throws 25 touchdowns.
Let's put that bet down. I bet he goes under 25.
All right, 50.
Yeah,
I like.
This is not against Mac Jones. I don't think their plan is to have Mac Jones air out at all. I think he'll throw the least amount of pass attempts this season for starting quarterbacks.
No, I don't
Nothing
think
against
so.
Mac Jones, but
I think that was a
they're gonna
Cam Newton
pound the
plan.
rock.
That was a Cam Newton plan. Mac Jones is going to be in the pocket doing exactly what they did with Brady. They're just going to kind of wrinkle him in. He's not going to throw many picks.
Picking people apart. I think it could happen eventually, but
Exactly.
I don't see it
He's
happening
going to pick
this year.
people apart, just like Brady used to.
I think there's too many new additions to the team for everyone to be in sync for it to happen. Maybe they'll try.
It is New England, bro.
Yeah.
The one place
No, it
where
is New
rookies
England.
are
But that's
pretty
I mean, I
fucking
have a
in
take.
sync.
Like that's my take, though. I think that they're gonna run the ball a lot.
I agree, but I think that Jones is going to benefit from that tremendously. He doesn't have to throw the ball a lot to get 25
Hold on,
touchdowns.
but I didn't say Jones wouldn't benefit from it, and I don't. And I also
I'm not
agree.
getting
He's going to
at
be
you.
a
We
good.
made this bet.
He's going to throw the. But just because he benefits from it doesn't mean he's going to throw a bunch. I think he's going to have a good season. He'll have a good accuracy percentage, good touchdown to pick ratio. Probably, I'll say 22 and 9 picks. And I'll say he gets one on the ground.
Yeah. I say he goes 26 and 8 with, like 2 on the ground.
That would be a great race. That would be really great.
He's going to get every snap, every single snap in a Belichick team.
I mean, let's just look at last year.
I can't because that was a different group with Cam. 100%
Okay,
different
so it's
system.
not about a Belichick team getting every snap. You're looking at the group.
No, I'm looking at the system that they can go back to. They clearly weren't running last year.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. No,
So it's like
fair,
a rebound year for their offense.
and I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for Mac, but I don't think he'll have an all-timer rookie season because I don't think they'll give him enough opportunity to.
I think that Belichick is the one guy who's certain about who he starts, and I don't think he's going to put him on a pitch count or none of that.
Well, if that's the case, then he was starting Cam so many times last year. Cam is like the worst quarterback in the league.
Tim, he had Jared Stidham as the backup. Belichick clearly makes it known that that's a backup quarterback, and he never wants him to go further from there. He drafted Mac Jones, and he's starting him week 1 as a rookie. That shows a lot more belief in Jones than it was Stidham. And he even cut Cam. He's like, fuck it. We're going Jones no matter what. That's how good he is. And that's at least how I read it.
Hold on. But don't pretend that there wasn't this whole other COVID story floating around that Cam literally missed things he had to do to pass protocol, and he didn't, and then got cut the next day. He had to miss a week of practice, and then he
Okay, well, I still think it shows a lot of belief in Mac to be that.
Well, yeah, it shows, but it wasn't just a shutdown like, let me have 2 quarterbacks competing in camp, and I like this guy so much, I'm just going to cut the other dude. There was this COVID variable that was very real that could potentially hurt the team in the regular season. So I think that it's something to do with it. But I do think Mac understood the system quicker and faster. knows it better and is a better quarterback, and Belichick likes him better. I agree with all those points.
Yeah.
But there is the COVID factor, too.
Yeah, but I don't think it's. I mean, it might be 50-50. Still something. I mean, it shows confidence in Mac Jones.
Yes. Shows confidence. All right. Next game we have is Denver at the Giants. This opened at Giants -1 at home, and the total at 43. The line is now Denver -3. Total is down to 41.5 in most places. You can get it at 42.
Well, what do you think? Because I got a pretty strong idea on this game. When do I not have a strong idea on a game?
Here, let's see. So Denver
annoying
-3
right
at the Giants. Jeez, I feel like there's so much
The
disrespect.
G-Man.
There's so much disrespect of like acting like these teams are the same as last year.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the Giants here getting the better defense right now. I need to see Denver play together. That Denver could be a sick defense, but I know the Giants have a sick defense. Give me that defense at home getting 3 points against Daniel Jones and Teddy Bridgewater. That's a toss-up to me. I don't think Bridgewater.
Do you like the under?
Yeah. If I had to lean it, but it's getting low. 41.5 is just low for 2.
41.5. I would go over in that. Is it in New York?
Yeah, it's in New York, and it's Denver -3.
Okay. I like the home dogs there. I do like Denver to make the playoffs this year. They're only like plus 240 to make the playoffs, so it's not that out of the picture, even in Vegas's eyes. But yeah, I think the defense will need a couple weeks to get going, but I really, really, really love that unit. I think as long as they hold on to their depth at that cornerback and they don't trade away one of those pieces, that will be the number one defense, at least pass defense this year. And it's going to be very close behind with the rush defense with Von Miller and Bradley Chubb going to work. So I'm very excited to see what they could do on defense. But I can't lie, I'm not a Daniel Jones guy, but I think he's going to have a good little week 1 here. I don't know why I have that feeling. I think he's going to use the running backs and tight ends quite a bit. I think he throws the ball a good amount of times. I think a lot of the focus will be on Saquon, who I do not believe will have a good game. And yeah, that's where I got that. I do like it to be maybe a 1-2 point game.
Why do you think Saquon doesn't do well week 1?
Just because of the speed that Denver has. I think a weird spot for Saquon. Unless he gets a big bust out 60-yard run, I don't see his numbers being too good. I also think they panic and kind of fade away from Saquon early on after he rushes the ball 14 times in the first half. I bet they go, okay, let's tone it down. I actually have a very strong feeling that's exactly how it's going to go. And then I think Daniel Jones will play well, but have a late pick. Oh, and it could go either way from there. I'm going to stay away from the spread. I do like the... Shoot. I don't know. I don't like any bets on this game, but there you go. That's exactly how my brain is seeing this week 1 matchup. It should be a good game. I think it's going to be interesting. I agree with you about the Giants, though. I think they'll be better than people are giving credit for. I think Denver will be right where people are kind of rating.
I don't say that. I just like the home dog.
I guess not where people are rating them. I got Denver making playoffs.
I'm not on the record saying Giants are going to have an up year.
I didn't say that either. I said that their defense is disrespected.
Yeah, but you said that you're with me that the Giants are going to be better than people think. I don't think that's the case. I just think that Denver doesn't deserve to lay 3 away in a home opener against a good defense.
You don't think Denver deserves to lay 3 in a home opener against a good defense? Okay.
Against a good defense. Like, that's just too much to give Teddy Bridgewater and Vic Fangio and a very bolstered defense where I'd still want to see him play together.
Let's talk Teddy B. Obviously, he's in the game right now over lock because they want a game manager, somebody that can allow the defense to win them games. Clearly, they're going for wins because of that decision. Otherwise, they would play their young guy and see what they had in him still, especially after all the experience he has starting. But I can't imagine that if Denver goes out and they go 3-4 to start the season, I cannot see any world where Luck isn't going in. Teddy's got to win 5 of the first 7 games for him to keep that starting job. So I think it'll be a very decisive week for the future of the Broncos. If that Denver offense can't do enough to get this win, then I think Drew Lock's chances of being the starter pretty early on are going to shoot up. And I think that's when they may become a more dangerous team, because Locke, I've always been a fan of. I just like his confidence and his swag. And even after he throws a pick, he goes back out and slings it again. Reminiscent of Josh Allen's early years.
Here's the thing, though. Like, as much as you want to talk about his intangibles, he was their starter last year, and they weren't very good, especially against the spread. And even though everyone in Vegas loved him against the spread, and there was always some big bookie picks, they couldn't even cover. A couple games at the end of the year they did. That's about it.
Well, they weren't fully healthy. They have a deeper defense this year, and that's where their strength was last year. Von Miller.
Who was hurt on the offense that affected Drew Lock?
I didn't say. I was talking about the defense.
So what did that have to do with Drew Lock's playing? He could have still put up 30 for him.
He could have. I think they had a piece together offensive line that I'm 90% sure they bolstered.
Maybe Nate Solder was hurt.
I can totally see that.
No, but he's on the Giants.
Also, their running back room was really weird. I don't know if it'll get better this year. I think it will. It was a weird year. And, like, that defense, they were obviously missing Von Miller.
The Broncos running back room did get better. They added that rookie.
If we lose Akeem Hicks for the year in 5 days here, don't you think the spirits of the team are going to go down quite a bit? That's what it was like for Denver, losing Von Miller early on. It was almost like, all right, let's cash it in, especially in this division. And I don't think it was that, but I think it was like a general spirit.
Von Miller's missed so much time since the Super Bowl in 2015. He's had so many seasons of like less than half the year.
Okay, well, he's back and healthy, and he's playing week 1. That's why I think it's going to be decisive. If Bridgewater should win this game, if he does not, there's going to be questions right away about his ability, because that defense is full strength, and the Giants aren't going to do
I'll
much.
give you the Broncos straight up. Let's put 50 on it.
Okay, sure.
All right.
Are you writing these?
No.
Fuck.
Well, all right. We'll go back.
We'll go back through when I hear it. I'll write them down.
Okay, so we disagree on that game. Next game we have is is that it? Did we run through? Oh no. Bears at Rams. So this opened at Rams -6.5. It's now at -7.5. Total's at 46.5.
Well, it all depends if you think Dalton is going to throw a touchdown or not.
For the total or for the side?
For the side.
So if he throws 1 touchdown, Bears cover?
I guess 2 touchdowns. I don't think he throws any.
You got Rams covering here?
I mean, I have to. I'm going to bet Bears still, but yeah. As long as Fields was in, I'm smashing Bears money line. I don't think the Rams are going to do much on offense.
Yeah, I've got this one. I like the under here for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Especially because it creeped all the way up. It opened at 43.5. It's now at 46.5.
Wow. Yeah, I got under all day.
As far as the side, I guess, yeah, if I had to pick one, I'll take the Rams, but I'm not even confident with that because, again, like I said a few times now, I'm not high on the Rams. Definitely not high on Stafford. And against Chicago, who plays against them well. So
yeah, that's true.
I see an under.
It's a very familiar face for the Chicago defense. So they may come out and bully him like we have in the past.
And on the
He's
flip
had
side,
good games against us. Last year, he had an awesome game week 1. I don't know how he won that shit, but we beat him. That's the whole thing. Is he takes L's against this Bears team. So hopefully that carries over into LA.
And to be honest, he takes L's against most teams.
Yeah, he's bad against good teams. That's for sure.
Bad against good teams, and he's in the league. He is like number 10 or 11, 12, like around that range for quarterback rank.
10, 11, 12. Yeah, I would say 8 to 10.
I can name 8 guys off the top of my head that I would take over Stafford to start week 1.
Go ahead.
Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, Lamar, Josh Allen. Okay, I guess that's where it gets
That's
dicey.
5. You got 3 more to cover.
No,
I
that's
think
6.
it's possible.
That's 6.
No, that's 5.
No, I said Mahomes, Brady, Rodgers, Josh Allen, Lamar.
5.
Oh, yeah. That's 5. Okay, and then give me Baker. I'll take Baker over Stafford.
Okay, I think I agree there. Convince me.
Who are the starting rookies? Oh, I will take
Convince me,
Trevor
Tina.
Lawrence over Stafford. And for a career in
Oh.
week 1 and
Keep
forever.
thinking. I'm not going to agree when there. I'll take Stafford for sure over Lawrence right now.
Okay.
Keep spitting names. I think I got a couple in mind. I think you're going to remember here.
Who?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
I mean, those 2 guys are just ballers. And
All right,
like,
so
I
he
think
comes
we're
in right
forgetting
at like
someone.
the 8 mark or the 9 mark.
Who are we forgetting? We're forgetting somebody. Hurts.
Well, that's
Give me
when you start
Jalen
getting,
Hurts,
like, Kirk
baby.
Cousins,
I mean, I can't even
Tannehill.
lie. Jalen Hurts is awesome. Give me Kyler Murray.
Okay, Jalen Hurts, you can say, I'm not taking Tannehill over Stafford.
Give me
I'll take
Kyler
Stafford.
Murray.
Kyler Murray, yeah.
Give me
So there you go,
Justin
that's
Herbert.
10.
Give me fucking Justin Herbert.
That's 11.
No, not 11. I didn't take Tannehill.
No. Just counting the ones we did. That's 11 we've named so far. That's not counting Tannehill.
Well, who
It's not
else?
counting
This is
Cousins.
crazy. This is just a bleeding wound here. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh, Stafford.
But anyways, that game has.
Give me Justin Fields. Justin Fields.
Well, yeah, but I was trying to think of starters. 'Cause
I was
Trey
too,
Lance,
but,
if you're going to talk
but
about
still,
that
why
too.
can't we count a backup?
Okay, so then Trey Lance.
Whoa.
I'll take Trey Lance
week
day
1
one over Stafford.
Week 1, I got Stafford over Lance.
Okay.
I think
I like Lance.
the only guy I would take over Stafford as a rookie right now is Fields to start a week 1 game. Now,
which is smart. And really, the smart bet is you don't take any rookie over Stafford.
no. Because Stafford, we're not trashing on Stafford, but we're
No,
saying
we're
that there's a lot better talent in the league now. And
did you hear Nick Wright's comment yesterday
Nick
about Stafford
Wright.
and the Rams?
Go on. I actually kind of enjoy Nick Wright's little rants.
It was pretty good. He said
he's manic like I am.
Yeah, no, I like Nick Wright. I'm a fan. But he said, what was the problem with Detroit? Like everyone's acting like
Say it again.
everyone's acting like Stafford leaving Detroit is like, oh, thank God he got out of there. And the way he said, send me anywhere except for New England. Let me get out of this place, though.
He said except New England?
Hold on, bro. You did have Calvin Johnson. You did have Golden Tate. You did have Kenny Galladay. So
All
you
great
had people to
players.
throw to for pretty much your whole career. You had Jim Caldwell, who won a Super Bowl.
He's
He
had
was the head
mean
coach
ass
of the Colts.
defenses, bro. He's had some mean ass defenses.
That's a good ass. That's a great coach, though. But here's my point, though. Stafford's never won a playoff game. They've gotten to 3.
Yep.
He's 0-3 in the playoff games. At some point, I'm not just going to blame the Detroit Lions and everyone around except for Stafford. Stafford is the common denominator the last 12 years in Detroit.
He should have.
10 years.
They should have done a lot more when they had Megatron and that sick defense.
Yes.
That was ridiculous.
So that's where Nick Wright was right. Stafford, and we saw it firsthand. Stafford is good, but he's overrated the way people talk about not watching him and the way they talk about him. Come on, he's overrated.
Yeah, I would say he's over. I mean, I still got okay. So he's probably sitting around 14.
Yeah, he's sitting right there in that 10 to 15 range.
Wow, so that's crazy because upon like first glance, I say 8 to 10, but think about it, he drops a little bit. Maybe it's because he's just in that spotlight of hate right now. I'm just going off on his
It's not
ass.
his fault. He's also in the spotlight of love. I mean, he's got some great MVP odds. Peter King yesterday or 2 days ago said he's going to throw for over 6,000. I mean, he's getting.
Holy cow! What the fuck? Hell no. It's not like he's at like a brand new fucking like. He would have much rather have that early Lions offense over this one.
Right.
And he didn't do that there. And he had the greatest receiver of all time.
Correct.
Debatably,
And they had a
debatably.
decent defense 5 years ago when they made the playoffs.
That's ridiculous take. What an asshole.
What an asshole.
What an asshole. Who was that?
Next game.
Who was that? Who said
we've
that
got
shit?
Green Bay
Who said that
at
shit?
New
Who
Orleans.
said that shit? Tell me his name.
Peter King
Peter
King.
fucking King.
from Pro Football, or not Pro Football, what's he,
Chin up, Peter King.
Goodness.
Goodness
Green
gracious.
Bay at New Orleans. This is interesting. So this opened at New Orleans -1.5, total at 51. It's now Green Bay -4, 4.5 at MGM.
Holy cow. I got a big time over.
Total at 50. So it went down.
Big time over.
Green Bay, New Orleans. You're thinking just a big over game there.
And
Yeah,
I'll tell you what happens in this game. It's going to be a fireworks show. Both QBs are going to be awesome. But predictably, Jameis Winston will throw a late interception, and that will be taken advantage of by Aaron Rodgers. And they will win the game by, I will say, 6.5. 6. I'll say 6.
Green Bay by 6.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. I think that line is still too small.
And I am a Jameis fan. I think he's going to get over his interception woes this season, but tag him down for a 3-1 showing. And mark that in your book.
You're relying on, not Jameis's fault, but you're relying on Callaway and Traquan Smith against a pretty good Packers secondary. I
Fuck
think.
yeah, sweet secondary. Jair Alexander's terrifying. Well, not a sweet one. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. But I'll say this. I think Jameis is just going to put up numbers against every defense. That's just who he is. And, like, anybody listening to this can deny that, but you're wrong. You're just fucking wrong. He's a 30-touchdown-plus guy. And he was doing that with picks. Imagine if half of those balls weren't picked off. They were just batted down. He would have that many more possessions. Like, he could have thrown for 40. He is a live arm, and he's big, and he's fucking, what's the word? Freaking bravissimo or whatever you want to call it.
But, Simeon, are you saying that he's the first quarterback in this modern era, or the only quarterback in the league right now that his picks are a positive thing?
Oh, well, that was a while ago. That was 2 years ago now.
Well, he didn't start last year.
No, but
ever since he's been a starter,
he played
leads the
football
league in
year
picks.
as a backup, probably fixing that exact mistake. He got LASIK in his eyeballs, so maybe that'll make a difference. But
maybe it
come
will.
on. I mean, it's fine.
I'm not shitting on him, but
No,
you're
this is
taking it way
ridiculous.
too far when you say that. Look at the guy. You're pretty much defending his play in Tampa Bay, which to me I have a problem with because
Tim, you
it's
moved
like the
away
Stafford
from
thing.
Vegas.
It's like
and you got
defending
dumb.
Stafford. It's the same thing as defending Stafford. It's a gunslinger who didn't win games, and that's just what it was with a good receiving core.
You're gonna really tick me off because I can't deny that, but I think there's change this year. So you believe the NFL repeats itself every year. That's fine. That's why you were like this huge
I've
Chris
gone the
Johnson
opposite.
fan.
That's why we're calling out all these lines. They're going off of last year for some reason.
So let's not play that. I think Jameis has a sweet game.
No. I definitely like the Packers here.
Oh, I do too. But where do you got the? Okay, give me your full game prediction. What's just playing in your mind right now? I told you what I thought.
I agree. High scoring affair. But I
Back
think
and forth, or is it back?
I think the Packers. No, I think the Packers pull out. Huh?
Is it back door? Is it back and
No,
forth?
no. Let me get there. Hold on. I think that it ends up being a high-scoring affair. They're going to match scores for a lot of the game, and then the fourth quarter, the Packers are going to pull away.
Details. I need details.
They're the better team. They're going to win by 10. I think they're going to kill them.
10. But how does that happen? Is it just 10-point lead the whole game?
No, I just said.
Late?
I think they're going to match. They're going to match each other. They're going to score. It's going to be a high-scoring game.
Listen.
And in the fourth quarter, the Packers are going to pull away, which means I guess I'll explain that. So that means that they're going to score more than the Saints.
That's fine.
Score per
You're
possession.
right. Okay. So it's not far off what I think. I just think there's going to be a little late pick in the mix.
I think there will definitely be a pick. I mean, the over-under on the pick has to be 1.5.
Well, a late pick has to be a little less than 2 to 1.
All right. Well, I think a late bit makes the most sense because they're going to be down with less time on the clock. That makes sense because you're going to have to force me to throw the ball.
Okay.
So if there is a pick, it'll come late.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's.
I think that's not a hot take.
I think it's going to be very
normal.
predictable football. That's my freaking take, you idiot.
And I just saw this. Saints
Aaron
are
Jones
1-6.
Huh?
Saints are 1-6 against the number in their last 7 week ones.
But now they have Jameis, the livest arm they've had in a long time.
Yeah, but they had the last 7. So
Bro, you
7
said
years
it
ago.
yourself. We all know Breeze was a dead eye,
7
but he
years
didn't
ago,
have the
you
arm
wouldn't
of
take
Jameis.
Breeze over Jameis?
What do you mean, late
Breeze threw for
Breeze,
5,000
retired
yards
Breeze? Yes.
7 years ago.
Tim, I'm not talking about then. You're so right now. What's wrong with that? Jameis is a veteran.
I'm saying I was saying more of an indictment on Sean Payton that they're 1-6
Sean
against the
Penis.
spread.
Well,
in
he
week
did good
1.
with Drew Brees. Why won't he do good with Jameis?
No, I literally brought up a different point. I said that the Saints
Coach
are
Penis
1-6.
knows what he's doing.
The Saints are 1-6 against the number in their last
Coach
7
Finger.
week ones. So they don't come in covering ever, it seems like, even with Breeze. So that's why I'm saying I'm very confident in taking Green Bay here.
Okay, I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, no, I was bringing up an extra point, kind of like maybe to the listeners or to you and I. Like, I'm confident. I'm going to bet that one. I'm going to bet Green Bay laying the points. And then last game is a great game. I think it'll be a great game. Baltimore at Vegas Monday night. Opened at Baltimore minus 5.5. It's now down to minus 4, 4.5, mostly 4.5.
I like Baltimore to run away with a big win here. That's not saying the Raiders are going to be bad this year. I think they'll be better than they have the last 2 years. But I think the Ravens are going to just keep fucking rolling teams. That's what they do. That's what Lamar does. I don't know what to say. He's like the best regular season quarterback ever, it feels like. Like, he never fucking loses in the regular season. Seriously. He just rolls teams. They kill people. Kill them. It's crazy. It's too bad they lost Dobbins because it would really have been a bloodbath with that guy's talent. So we'll see what happens there. I don't think Le'Veon Bell will be called up for this game like some dummies are saying. So hopefully it's a nice Gus Edwards, Gus bust. I've seen it. I've seen it. Anyway, I think it's going to be a kind of a good game, though. I like that Raiders offense to actually score some points. I think Carr's going to have a good year. Waller should get in the end zone. Josh Jacobs is going to be a huge deciding factor if he plays or not. Because if he's a bell cow, if he can't get 18 touches, he's not going to be effective. He's Ezekiel Elliott. He's Saquon Barkley. He's all those guys who need the mass load to then pop off monster runs after they damage the defense. So it's going to be a huge decider for me. That's why I'm not going to bet this line, but I think – well, no, I will because I think Ravens roll either way. Go, 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 go. What's up? Where do you think it is?
No, I said, yeah, I agree. I would throw in Montgomery with that same group. They need 18.
Yes, I would. Yes, Montgomery is definitely that type of back, a punisher. It's funny because a lot of people never ever think about the damage that defenders take too. And you can, if you start like really thinking about it when you watch these power backs, you'll quickly pick up on how much the linebackers start to lean off of tackles and safeties will like almost avoid certain parts of the field. It's pretty crazy. But that's why like I had this personal respect for Kyle Fuller. Really bummed we lost him, and it was at the sake of getting fucking Andy Dalton. Disgusting. And keeping Foles too was also, we could have just cut him and kept Fuller instead. Didn't do that either. Fuller was a guy who went at these backs all game long, and he covered our asses so many times on runs. So I'm nervous that our new Kindle Vildor Duke Shelley combo is not going to live up to those standards, and people might be able to do some damage on the outside. It's always been a little bit of a hole lately. Now it's going to get really exposed, and I'm scared.
Here's why I agree with your point, but I disagree. That I think that the Bears are such a good tackling team, anyways, and here's why I
agree with that, man. I just have seen so many missed tackles. Let me talk. Sick.
This is why I call them a good tackling team, because the guys that couldn't tackle last year, it stood out every week. We saw the one or two guys that were making tackles. The point is that our safeties and our cornerbacks do tackle.
Well, Bojack smashes, that's for sure. I love Eddie Jackson.
Kyle Fuller was the best tackler we had in our defensive back.
Weirdly enough, and he's not even that big. But Bojack can
but that's not the point. I mean, look at the Niners. Look at the Niners defense. They're the same way. They're going to give up some passes. They're going to give up some coverage, but they tackle. They gang tackle. And that as long as you do that, there's not much you can do as an offense for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm really, and that's why I keep saying that as far as a week group on the defense, the least concern for me is a cornerback. I'm okay with our big missing piece is a second cornerback because as long as we keep our guys that can tackle, whatever, we'll be fine.
Right. No,
But I think with the Ravens defense going against a fine Raiders offense, I mean it's a fine Raiders offense. That's what I would call it. And then you have the Ravens on the offensive side of the ball. Even losing J.K. Dobbins, Greg Roman's scheme will overpower that to where I don't even know
the
if
Bus
it's
is
that
a
noticeable.
very underrated running back.
They're still going to run the
He's
shit
got
out of
really
the ball,
good
and they're going
numbers.
to do it successfully because of Lamar Jackson. So as long as he's there, that team is going to be pretty much the same. So yeah, I agree with you. They're probably going to cover here.
You know what's incredible? I gotta say this. It doesn't like totally fit into this week's matchup, but Tyler Huntley as a backup, it is nuts. It's uncanny out there. You can barely tell the difference that their run styles are so similar. I don't know how they found a Lamar Jackson weird cousin, but who kind of plays the same. But they did, and I think weirdly, if Lamar goes down, God forbid, please don't, because then so many takes of mine will die with it. I think Lamar's invincible. He needs to stay healthy. But if he goes down, I'm really kind of excited to see Tyler Huntley getting in the mix. But that's just a weird little tidbit about the Ravens I've been thinking about. Doesn't have to do with this week's matchup. I still got Ravens to roll. I do love my Vegas Raiders. They're pretty cute. But I love my Bears 1,000 times more. And I do like the Raiders coach more, so I would trade, even though he's kind of a shit coach too. Hard to love the Bears when we have the worst coach and worst GM ever. Maybe besides like Kitchens and the motherfucker in Cleveland. But yes, there goes my tangent again. I'm a big Ravens guy. Let's just say that. I got them going deep this year.
So we know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think that's easy. That's the whole slate. Should be a really good week one.
Yeah.
So let's quickly hit back on what was your lock? Do you remember?
My lock. I had a lot. Weirdly enough, did you hear how many blowouts I had? No, that is not me just being dumb or high or whatever you want to say. That is me truly believing that week one is a nuts week, and especially in a 2021 NFL that is yet to show itself. I'm very excited for offenses this year. I think it's going to be a crazy week one with lots of blowouts. A lot of favorites are going to take wins. I see a couple dogs winning it too. But for lock, give me Chargers over Washington football. Yes, sir. Mark it up.
It's like sitting right around that pick'em number.
Yep, and that is exactly why they're my lock, because it is the least scary line. I find Washington football to be very non-threatening. I'm very excited to see Derwin James in action. So let's go Chargers. Let's go San Diego.
My lock, it's either the 49ers playing Detroit, laying, 7.5? That's it? Yeah, 7.5. It's either that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or, I guess Green Bay.
Green Bay, yeah, I hear you with that.
3, 4.
I'm scared of Jameis.
And then for me, the other one is the Giants. I love the Giants there at that number. Getting 3 at home.
Yeah, not a bad one. I also like. I'll say. All right, for my blowout of the week, we discussed this. This is like a hot take blowout, just something we have a gut feeling for. I'm gonna say the blowout, unfortunately, comes in LA, where the Rams are gonna smoke us as long as Andy Dalton is in there. It makes me sick to my stomach, but that is where I feel a blowout is around the corner. And the only light at the end of the tunnel is a Nagy firing by week 7. Put that on my gravestone if it happens. I fucking love that take. So I'm not cheering for a tank. I'll still take winning with Nagy on the side, but a nice little consolation prize would be a fresh new coach midway through. Give me Sean Desai to take the reins. I said it.
I don't mind. I disagree with the blowout because as long this is banking on it because I think Cleo Mack's going to come back as a defensive player of the year type guy. So
Love
and
it.
I know that could be you can consider that a hot take at this point.
Don't get surprised if this gets cut because I hate myself for saying that. But I just hate Andy Dalton. I think he's so bad.
But yeah, no, I think as long as we have a healthy Cleo Mack and we have healthy Akeem Hicks, I don't see the Rams. And it's Stafford we're playing. I don't see him blowing us out. But if I had to lean, give me the Rams win it by over 7.
Okay, kid.
But I don't even like that line. I'm not betting the line there. No way.
Yeah, I mean, and the other weird thing is the Bears, like they're always in the mix for games you don't think they would be. They get blown out sometimes.
We play up.
But this is
We
what I'm
play
thinking. The
up.
only time we ever get blown out is when we don't have our
Three-bet.
starting quarterback in. And right now we don't have our starting quarterback in. It's like we're playing with a backup and we're always shit with backups. So
No. Hold on. Chase Daniel had a 2-3 starting record for us, and Mitch got blown out plenty of times.
and then Chase Daniel had bad stretches too. You can't just say the 2 and
As
3.
a starter for us, though, he was 2-3, so we didn't get blown out every time we had a
2 and
backup.
3
And I
is
also
bad,
think Mitch
bro.
got blown out.
What are you talking about? That's a losing
Mitch
record.
got blown out a lot. by
But
the Packers
Mitch
every
had a
year.
winning record. That was a big difference.
No.
Yes,
You're
what do
saying
you
that the
mean,
Bears
no,
as a
no?
team get every time it's a backup quarterback in, we get blown out. I'm saying that was not the case. I think every
Okay,
time we
listen,
get a blowout,
you're
it had nothing to do with the
you're a sick
quarterback.
fuck. Let's just leave it at that because it makes no sense to me. I don't get why you're saying that. I mean, we've been so bad with our backups. At least with our starters, we're always kind of like interesting, and we've made the playoffs a couple times, but we definitely wouldn't have been able to do with a backup, which we didn't.
Here's why I think that's a weird thing to say because I'm not even sure who's considered a backup and a starter for us the last 2 years. And secondly, it's been like I don't know, maybe Mitch played 50% of the games, Foles played 30% of the games, Chase Daniel played 10% of the games, and then some other guy, a mix of other guys played. Like we had so many different quarterbacks. Like I don't know. I don't know how you remember that every time Mitch plays, it's never a blowout because I don't remember it that way.
I didn't say it's never a blowout. I mean, but he's. Oh, come on. I mean, it wasn't like, yeah, no, we would get smashed, but we literally
Mitch gave us our
Tim.
best chance, obviously.
Okay,
yes.
but it was a lot better than the backup. Think about how much better all of it would be with fucking Justin Fields, who's better than all those guys.
But this is okay. I thought you were making this is not a specific point to the Bears because
No, this
we
is
can
a
look
specific point to week 1. Because we have Andy Dalton in and we're bad with that situation. We need to score
at. Oh,
points.
you're calling Andy Dalton a backup?
Yes.
Oh.
1,000%.
So you're not saying
yes.
you're saying in your opinion a backup quarterback, not like
He
who's starting
is,
the game.
bro.
You're saying
Yeah, I know. I get you. It makes no
on paper
fucking
a
sense.
shitty quarterback.
Up.
But Simeon, on paper, any shitty quarterback who's backup quarterback starting a game, that team is probably going to get blown out.
What about Justin Fields?
I'm going. All right. Yes.
What?
No, I don't consider him a backup. I consider him
That's
already
what I'm
a
saying.
top 50
So that's it. That's
talent.
Tim. That is exactly what I was saying. If I worded it incorrectly, I worded it incorrectly. But you just described it. So there you go. So we agree there that it's
Agree what?
That if fucking Justin Fields is in the game, there's no shot this is a blowout.
Okay. Yes. We're not, and this has nothing to do with past history of backups for starters for starting games.
No,
I mean,
and what I was saying
what
was when I gave my preview of my brain projections about how this game will go, I was just thinking back to all the times we had shitty backup in and we never win in those games. It feels like never ever. It was enough for me to think that Chase Daniel was good because he won a couple,
So
but
Nick
it shows
Foles
so
for
much
you as a
about a
backup.
team. Yeah,
when
so
Nick
I'm
Foles
just
was
thinking
starting
it's
for
going to
us,
be
you're
very
okay,
similar to our Nick Foles days last season.
I get what you're saying.
And we got
So you're
smashed
saying
by
a shitty
everyone,
starting
bro.
quarterback, we do bad.
We got crushed by everyone, and Nagy's calling plays again. It's just devastating.
Yeah, I agree. The Bears with a shitty starting quarterback, which is often outside of Mitch, yes, we do bad.
Yes, and with Mitch, at least there's like hope we could beat anybody at any time.
That was a waste of 5 minutes.
It was, but I'm glad we circled around there because I really don't like. This is just gonna keep stressing this take about how annoying it is that Fields is on the bench. It's just like it's weird. It's like Come on, dude. We're not gonna win with Dalton. Why are we
Here,
doing
I'll be honest.
this?
I'm tired of this conversation. To me, it doesn't
I
make
can't
sense to
stop
talk about
thinking about it. It's taunting me.
I can't think about it. It's a Nagy blocker. Nagy has digged his way at like a vampire into my blood, and I'm blocked. It's blocked out.
I get it. So it's like a
hopeful look.
you can't die when you're already dead inside situation, except it's with
Yeah, I mean,
Nagy.
until I see Justin Fields in the field,
Okay.
I'm just a Bears fan.
I'm there. I'm very near that. I'm almost happy. Yes, death by Nagy is near for my soul. Not bodily. I'm not gonna die, but my spirit is gonna have a large chunk of it. My Bears chunk is just gonna wither away as long as Nagy is our coach, and it's gonna make me fucking the most stoic motherfucker around. I'm never gonna have reactions to anything because like my most favorite thing is just dead and dying in front of my eyes. So is that what you're getting at?
No, you took it way too macro. That's dark. But
I'm
obviously
I'm putting my fandom on display. I care about this.
But you're
team.
talking about this season because at least luckily with this, as being a Bears fan, I know that we don't have any constants when it comes to head coaches or starting quarterbacks. So like when we had John Fox, it was bad in the times, and it was bad. But it was always that light at the end of the tunnel. Like eventually we'll get rid of him.
Yeah, what the other fucker? What's
Tressel?
No, Tressman. Tressman was worse than Fox.
Mark Tressman.
Oh my God, was he bad? What a noob. That guy was fucking dumb. I hated him. I couldn't stand Fox either. Just a weird old man. I miss Lovie Smith. Lovie Smith was a guy's guy. That's why he still coaches in Illinois, because he knows Bears fans will always have love for him.
Give us that Desai reborn Lovie Smith.
That is what I'm saying. Give us Sean Desai week 7. Bring him in, head coach.
Hey, actually,
let Laser call some plays.
Bears at Rams. We're getting 7.5, and this is Sean Desai's debut.
Ooh.
And he's been on the staff with our
under. I'm still smashing the under. Maybe it won't be a blowout. I love our defense. I was so scared of that cornerback hole. We got Ogletree starting. We got Ogletree starting because Trevathan's hurt. So I bet he's going to be a nice addition at that linebacker core because Trevathan's been a hole for us. Pass defense is bad. Good run defense, but you agree?
You think Ogletree's got any
upside?
Boy, our pass defense is bad?
Ogletree's pass defense blows Trevathan's out the water. So I think it's a nice upgrade to our linebacker room, even though Trevathan's technically our starter.
Yeah,
he's on the
couldn't
IR.
cover a guy. He tried. He actually really did try to cover people. He did it on some
That's the thing. It was like that. You can't not like him. He's like such a likable, smash mouth, classic football player, classic linebacker. But it's like he would literally have times where you watch this slant happen. The split receiver grabs the ball midfield, and Trevathan is like a foot behind him, and you just get to watch him run for like 4 seconds, chasing him down, and it's just like, oh man, he's really chugging. He's trying so hard to keep up with these quick dudes. It's just not happening.
But even just right up the seam, just like a little like fade ball, and it's like
he's going for it, and he's right there. He's always like a foot away, but he's maxing out. That's the thing. Yeah. It's like, bro, he's maxing out. Maybe
and he's a good tackler. He's nice.
Awesome. Yeah, he's good for, I say, goal line defenses. I think he's awesome for it. But give me in an open field, give me Ogletree all day, who's already picked off Andy Dalton like a zillion times in practice, and then he had 2 more in the preseasons. He's a machine with pass defense.
Yeah, he's doing really well for us. Right
so I'm excited to see him and Roquan out there together. Oh, it's going to be a dirty week. It fucking sucks, though, because fresh news come out. Eddie Goldman hurt, I guess, again. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I wasn't relying on that guy. He's been so shaky for the last 2 years.
What the hell is that? Like, where did that come from? At least we have
so that's our
I'm
week
excited
1
about
betting
Bilal
preview. Should we say that we're gonna do a betting episode for every week going forward?
Of course, baby. I mean, we're Vegas.
We'll
boys.
at least
let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. We are Vegas fellas.
Yeah, so we're going through the games. We gave you our blowouts and our locks. What was the other one we said? the stay away game of the week.
Oh, the stay away game.
Here, and I'll quickly, just for you and the listeners, I'll go quickly through the lines one more time.
Go, go, go.
So we got Dallas at Tampa Bay minus 8.5. Pittsburgh at Buffalo minus 6.5. Jets at Carolina minus 4.5. Jacksonville at Houston is +3. Arizona at Tennessee minus 3. Chargers at Washington, pick 'em. Philly at Atlanta minus 3. I love Philly points here. Seattle at Indy, Seattle minus 3. Minnesota, we forgot to do this game. Minnesota at Cincy, Minnesota minus 3.
Oh, man. That's a great one to chat about.
Let's do it real quick.
Okay, all right. I'll splice it back.
No, we're fine. It's fine.
Okay.
What do you got here?
All right, we got 2 people still listening, I would bet.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Yeah. I love it. Okay.
Whoever's left out there, that one guy that maybe wants to grab a pick, this is our stay away game. So you
pick or
sign off.
This might be our best pick of the week. Just because we forgot it, I might have to smash this. This is on the down low, fellas. I mean, this is late in the episode, fellas. So, trust me. This is going to be... It's okay. Just trust us.
-3.
Trust
so Minnesota -3. So Minnesota, I'm not high on. It's the same team as last year. Cincy, obviously they're going to upgrade. They have their quarterback back. He's going to play well. I hope he's not scared. I don't think he's scared, but week 1, we'll see. He's got T. Higgins, who's a baller. He's got his new young guy, Jamar Chase, baller. Healthy Joe Mixon. There are the home dogs getting 3 against the Minnesota's better defense. But give me Cincy.
Do you want to say something quickly about the Jamar Chase narrative?
With the drops?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Luke kind of hit on it the other night, but I mean, I guess my only thing is he's been out. For 2 years.
Tim, we gotta redo that segment, fella.
All right. So my only here, it's very quick. Then I'll go to you on it. All I have about Jamar Chase is my biggest thing. He's been out for 2 years. The drops don't scare me, and that's it. Who you got?
I'll just say it's bullshit. He can catch the fucking ball. Watch.
Say?
I'm sorry. I'm close to the mic, so I didn't want to yell. But I was saying, he can catch the fucking ball. Just watch.
Yeah. No, of course. He's a first round pick. He's gonna be fine. But
That's awesome.
The 2 years off of football, I think that's the only reason he had the drop.
Yeah, it's out of the system now.
I hope so. It happened with Deontay Johnson. I mean, no one that hasn't been brought up since
this
it.
Is great. What's the line? What is the line on this game? This is a tremendous.
Cincy +3.
Cincy +3. What a good line. I like this. This is enough of a toss-up. This might be you might have named it on the spot what my stay away from is the week. And it might be this one. But I will say this. I am taking the Minnesota Vikings in a nice high-scoring affair. Dalvin Cook will dominate. Mixon will have an average game.
31-28 type game?
Kirk and Burrow will have a very similar game. Yeah, what did you say? 31-28? What did you say? Let's see. I got Minnesota winning it. Give me Minnesota winning it 30-27.
Okay. Yeah, I like Cincy's offense to roll. I like Cincy to win outright.
I like
Give
that.
me the final score. Give me 26-20. Cincy beats Minnesota.
Well, let's give the quarterback advantage to Burrow there.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Not even definitely. Close, kind of, at this point, but I'll give it to Burrow. And next year, Burrow by a mile.
By a milio. Yes, I agree, because Kirk is just not improving.
Kirk's not good. He's average.
Fuck it, yeah. You know who's awesome? Fields, bro. He needs to go in.
All right. That's our week 1. we'll be back with another pod about the Bears
What's
game.
your
and
stay
stuff,
away
but,
game?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Let me go through the rest. San Francisco at Detroit. San Francisco -7. Cleveland at Kansas City. Kansas City -6. So that's my stay away.
Go fast. How fast can
Miami
you go?
at New England.
How
New England
fast?
-3. Denver -3 at the Giants.
Push it, Tim. Push it faster.
Chicago at the Rams. Rams -7.5. Green Bay at New Orleans. New Orleans is getting +4. Baltimore
Okay.
at Las Vegas. Baltimore -4.
Nice. That was very nice. You sound like the Fox Sports Radio guy. The one who just rips out the news reports every hour.
Newswire.
They're just like, spit
Brian
that shit out.
Gascott.
The less time, the better. And he just goes crazy on them every day. He says things
Early
like curb
morning
stomp all
afternoon
the time,
game.
too.
Jets at Carolina. Carolina -3. Got Jacksonville at
Go,
Houston.
go, go, go,
Houston's
go,
getting
go, go, go,
3.
go,
Got
go,
Arizona
go, go,
at
go.
Tennessee. Tennessee's laying 3. Got Chargers playing in Washington. Chargers are getting a point.
Yes.
Maybe it's a pick 'em. You got Philly and Atlanta. Atlanta's laying 3.
Yes.
Seattle at Indy. Indy's
Faster,
getting 3 at home
faster.
with a better defense. Minnesota at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's getting
There
3.
you
Joe
go.
Burrow's better quarterback. San Francisco at Detroit. Detroit's getting +7.5. That's a blowout. Cleveland at Kansas City. Kansas City -6. Miami at New England. New England -3. Denver at the Giants. Giants getting 3, 2.5. Depends where you look. Chicago at the Rams. Chicago getting +7.5. Green Bay at New Orleans. New Orleans +4.5. Baltimore at Vegas. Vegas +4, 4.5. Depends where you get it.
I just let that overtake me. That was spiritual. That was very nice. You're good at that.
What's your stay away game? My stay away game is that Cleveland Kansas City game.
My stay away
6.5
game is,
crazy.
as said, Cincinnati Vikings.
Okay, there you go. That's our week 1 betting preview. Anything else before we sign off on this one?
If you've listened this far, you're an idiot. But I appreciate
Write it
it.
down if you've listened this far.
Yep, bear down, big time, get Fields in. I also want to say Lukey is going to be on the podcast much more often for those few of you listening who know who Lukey are. He's going to be back.
Lukey.
He's just a busy man. He's making money.
Is he a farmer or a pharmacist? I can't.
I couldn't be honest with you. I'm going to put my money on pharmacist.
I don't know. One of them makes more. Depends where you live.
Yeah, he's not a farmer type either.
All right. Peace.
Okay, bye-bye.